Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-March 2022 general tarot reading. It's rainy here. Ooh, see, can you tell I'm a Sag? I'm oohing and ahhing of, well, it's funny, I said, can you tell I'm a Sag, and this is Sag's card, Temperance card. So far so good, so far so good. I like it, I like it. Okay. Okay, this is the last card, so let's pick a good one. Okay, this one. All right. I love this. I love this because I love the Fool. This is the Fool. Let me lift this up so you can see that's the Fool. Boy, do I love this reading. Don't always get the best cards, but for Sag, this is awesome sauce. All right. The heart of the matter is the Chariot. So, I was going to say the horses of duality, but in this deck they have lions, which I actually like even more because it shows that sense of courage, but also pride. You know, when you are trying to accomplish something and you're meeting up with a lot of distractions for whatever reason, it's easy to be tempted to give up because sometimes it can feel like it's not worth it, right? And it does, you know, it really does take courage sometimes to do something and see it to a victorious end because you believe in yourself ultimately. But there might be a lot going on. I think one of the books I have says, you know, success after adverse circumstances or something like that. But I like to think of it as circumstances that are very, doesn't have to be treacherous or anything like that, but just a lot of distractions, a lot of temptations to kind of just chuck it all in. And this is a card connected to Cancer too, by the way. So if that's somebody or some timing card. In the past position we have the Temperance card. Sorry for the train, I could pause it, but I would just like to go with the flow here. And there's another lion in this. I don't know, you know, they must be using that as symbolism. There's even a sun in the background. It's funny because in the Rider-Waite deck, they show somebody that has a foot in the water and a foot on land. And this one doesn't show that. The person is ladling, kind of like the Star card, ladling water. So that's, you know, and has their foot on the ground. It's a card of the balance between the spiritual and the mundane. And I said in a recent video, why is this not Libra's card if it's about balance? And I think somebody said to me, as above, so below. So perhaps that is also what is important. There's something in that, you know, it's funny because both of these cards to me are about having more balance and one pointedness in your life, because you know, Sag is a mutable sign and can tend to get scattered energy very quickly, and I know that to be true for me. I don't know about you. And you know, I think also being a fire sign, we tend to be so expansive. We can spread ourselves too thin, and we're not like, to me this is like the distillation of your attention on one thing, on one goal, and that you have to do that by creating the balance in your life so that you take care of, you know, I just think of the people that they can talk about uh, multidimensional existence, but they forget to pay their phone bill. You know, you have to be able to do both, or you're going to be ungrounded, and then you're not going to be able to master those lower three chakras, and those are very important for manifestation. So don't think that you're above it all and that you don't have to do that, because you do. And it's funny that I said that, because then I got as the higher message the Four of Pentacles. Now you see the person, even in this particular deck, they have that kind of clutching action of the pentacles towards the person's coat. That's to, money management, sound money management. So this is, you can say sometimes that this is an advice card, but I'm not just saying, okay, you need to have sound money management. What I'm saying is, as a spiritual, more of a spiritual message, having sound money management means taking care of the basics. So, because when you take care of those basics, then you're able to do the other things you want to do that have a spiritual nature, whether it's your own spiritual practice, whether you want to start a healing business, or even artistic endeavors that involve more of the intuition, and that puts you into that non-linear mindset. But you have to be able to get the basics down pat so that you don't have to think about all of that, and they take care of themselves. And also, so just, financially, but also I would also include all of the daily habits that you need to keep your life together. And the number 4 is connected to Saturn, and it's connected to discipline and organization. So having those, I don't know, I was going to say daily rituals, but that's not really what I mean. Of course that can be that, but it's like your daily routine, having that really clear in your mind can be a great way to keep yourself in balance. What crosses you is the Princess of Cups, which relates to the Page of Cups. This is an interesting card because the blue, I think, is like the healer, and she's like feeding, it looks like she's feeding a purple swan out of a cup, It's kind of like showing that very otherworldly influence, and actually this card connects to Pisces. So this is in a challenge position. Again, it isn't exactly the same as being ungrounded, but it's that idea of not being deluded, not being, and it can involve other people, not allowing other people to take advantage of you, or to somehow lie. For some reason that comes into it. So if the Chariot can be like a victory, so if this is something, let's say you have some kind of a legal matter, it would mean that you don't allow yourself to be gullible and believe everything that you hear, that you have to back it up with some kind of assurance, some kind of, not to take everybody's word for things. Being too trusting, because there might be some reason why you need to be more vigilant about what you're doing. So not getting carried away into this la la land kind of thing. I really like this reading though, because I think it can be something that points to money and success. And I feel like with the Four of Pentacles, it might also be saying that if you receive money, that you're not just going to go crazy with it, and just act like, it's kind of like the temperance. It's like you have that moderation, and that you want to be a good steward of your money. You don't want to just blow it. Because I know with myself, that money is one of those things where I think because Jupiter, the ruler of Sag, it just really is excessive sometimes, and Sages may burn a hole in their pocket when it comes to money if they're not careful. So if you get money, be very respectful of it, I think is a good way of putting it. And also with the Page of Cups, be aware that, like for instance, if this is some kind of like a major sum of money that you're telling everybody, and then people start to try to take advantage of your good nature, when they just want, just out of their own greed. I'm not talking about people who legitimately need money, but I'm just talking about people who want to, you can get a little something because you've got it, and they just think that they, deserve a little tip or something. But in any case, what's coming in is a Seven of Pentacles. This is about, see, to me, it's not so much, unless you're winning some kind of a lawsuit or, arbitration at work and you're getting some money in return, I see it more as something that you have invested in coming back to you. And with the Page of Cups, it can be, you don't want to lose your head. You don't want to become, allow your emotions, which could be in a very good place, but you don't want to let them get you carried away, so that you're not continuing to stay centered. So what's coming as a Seven of Pentacles, and this is about watching things grow. You may have success at the moment, and it's like an initial success, but don't rest on those laurels. Continue to put energy into something and continue to assess it. The reason that I'm reading it that way is because it seems very positive, and so I feel this sense of like, hey, this is going to continue. And then we have as the outcome the Fool card, and this is absolutely new beginnings, and a new journey awaits you. And again, this person is looking towards the sun, and you can see that the sun, it's really wild. I just thought of this because I've been getting into this phase of wearing different colors of pink. Like the sun in this card is like a magenta or a berry color. And I have so many things of varying shades of pink, but especially the darker shades. And I've been wearing them not meaning to. And I looked up, I happened to see that magenta can be connected to the seventh chakra. So that was very interesting in terms of like the spiritual attainment, because I always associate it with like maybe the first chakra, like pink can be a shade of red. The first chakra is red. So I find this very interesting that this card has, that as a very strong color here. And she's about to walk off a cliff because she is staring above and she's not looking below. Again, as above, so below. You can't just be looking up without grounding yourself. So you have to be able to do both, and you can still aspire to higher things and keep your feet firmly on the ground. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be either or. But it's that new beginning somehow that can be very exciting, very enticing, and very stimulating. And I would like to think that this is connected to um, April Fool's Day, because that's going to be the new moon in Aries, and Aries is another fire sign, the next fire sign that we have, and certainly Aries is a sign of great enthusiasm, and it trines Sag. It's the fifth house for Sag. It's all of those things that are connected to love and creativity, your own business, positive changes. I mean, it's not connected to positive changes, but it's connected to pleasure and things that are fun in life. And that's, a firehouse like the fifth house is exactly what Sag can relate to. So anyway, that's what I have for you, Sag. I hope that you resonated with it. If you would like a personal reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.